I have one heater going. It's outside. What is today's date? Today is it's not telling me on my watch. 22nd. You think I would know that already? Been up for a little bit. Which is okay though, right? Got my coffee. Nice and hot coffee. Nice and black hot coffee. Let's do another poll again. Favorite movie? National Lampoons. Christmas Vacation. Could let me type all that in there. Scrooge with Bill Murray. We got to make sure we say that. But there's so many versions of it. And then another one here. And another one here. Let's see if I can do that. There we go. Hey, gummit. I messed up. And comment. Sorry, guys. There we go. Istanbul Sky. How's it going, guys? Put a little list of some Christmas movies in there, people to choose from. Watched one last night. It was pretty fun. It's the one I've watched a dozen, 100 times, whatever, but I still like it a lot. But it's super funny. I like it a lot. Maybe you guys have a separate Christmas movie you like, you can put inside the comments. Good. I know there's got to be a 1,000 movies to choose from. Oh, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Is that the one with Jim Carrey? Is that the Grinch you're talking about? Good morning, Justin. I'm in the Atlanta, Georgia area. Sitting out here at a coffee shop next to a heater with my cup of coffee. And chatting with you guys. Christmas Story. Yeah, I thought about putting that on there too. Happy Sunday indeed. It's 29 degrees outside. My nose is going to be running the whole time. Yeah, I'm here in the States, Justin. But it's supposed to be sunny today, but the sun's already out. And it'll warm up a little bit, which is fine. The old truck doesn't like the cold. Took a minute to get it started up. And it's only 29. I could imagine living up north where it gets below zero. That truck would probably never start. Have to have one of those plug-in engine heaters or something like that, keeping it warm all night. It's like an electric blanket for your engine, but it's just like that's a coil type thing. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, skies in Ohio, Istanbul's in Turkey, right? We get the other phone going on here. Heard a funny story this morning on the news. Evidently, there was email going around to offices and stuff. It's a scam, but it was saying that a certain type of lunch meat has food poisoning and has to be thrown away or whatever. And they were trying to sell them some food poisoning insurance or something like that. It's just totally insane. And basically, it's like, hey, that particular, some kind of lunch meat's poisonous, you got to toss it, and you might as well get this food poisoning insurance if you want to stay safe during the holidays, and people are falling for it. Food poisoning insurance. I don't know what these people are falling for, to fall for food poisoning insurance. And so, but some people are, evidently, and it's some kind of scam email going out to offices and stuff like that. That's kind of scary. People in the corporate world that dictate a lot of our lives as far as the economy and stuff are falling for a scam email about food poisoning insurance. Makes no sense. No sense at all. Hey, McDaniel, what's going on, McDaniel? I haven't seen you on here in a while. McDaniel's in South Korea. Good morning to you, sir. Been busy? That's okay. It's life. Life, people get busy during, it's totally understandable. Totally understandable, man. I'm eating my breakfast in front of you. It's this giant oatmeal raisin cookie. It's like a bowl of oatmeal, just in cookie form. All right, Daniel. Good night to you, sir. Sorry it's so late there. I didn't get on earlier for you. What are you going to do? I can only get up. I can't stream 24/7. Unfortunately. That'd be kind of odd. That'd be like the Truman Show, where the cameras follow me around all day, every day, everything I do. I don't think I'd be entertaining enough to keep it on 24/7. You have to be really bored to follow me that long. You're going to go to sleep soon? That's understandable, man. Yep, 29 degrees out. And went out and fed the dog. She's got her nice little pen with a heating pad in there. She was nice and warm and cozy. We got the shed heated up for the cats that are outside. One of them was sleeping in there all curled up, nice and cozy. You like my DIY videos? Yeah, I need to do some more of those, right? I need to do some more of those. There's a couple things I could probably do. I should have done some more DIY videos with the truck. But there's still more that needs to be done on it. You okay, yourself?
All right.
Cold enough for you?
Yeah, a little chilly. You don't do stuff like sanders and stuff, wood sander, car sander?
No, sir. What's that wrench? What's that wrench? I'm not sure what you mean by that question. Just a guy walking by. Thought I'd say hi to him. Kept looking at me a little bit, wondering what I'm doing, probably with this camera propped up on a table on a freezing Sunday morning. The wrench icon. Oh. Means she's a moderator. Angelina's in Italy. Well, hello, Angelina. Thank you for joining us this morning. I was born, I'm probably mispronouncing this, Vicenza, Italy. My dad was in the Air Force back in '76. Yep. He married my mom was from Austria, and somehow I got born in Italy. Happy Christmas to you. I hope you're having a good day. Stay safe out there. You had that guy in Germany driving through a crowd of people trying to enjoy their holiday, killing people. That's what I've been saying. Practice your religion peacefully, that's one thing. And it may not, I can't say for certain that it was religiously motivated. It seems to kind of be that way, you know. I'm eating an oatmeal raisin cookie. But man, the video of him plowing through those people, it's insane. It's absurd. Just needless violence, you know. Morning. Yeah. Gotta smile. Sometimes it's hard to smile, but that's why I say compliment a stranger. You never know what they're going through. Tell them they have a nice hat, or you like their hair, or their shoes, or their smile, or whatever, you know. You really make somebody's day that way. It doesn't take much effort. It doesn't take much effort at all. There was another thing I heard in the news. They did some thing about solar panels. We're getting more advanced and do more electricity and fusion power. I like tech and science and technology a lot. Yep. Haven't heard anything about Voyager 1 in a while. They fired up his the satellite's engine one time. That was a little bit back. He was angry with the German government showing too much tolerance against Muslims, and then ran through those people. It's sad that if you want to get your point across and you feel that's the only way you can get your point across, I don't get it. I like to think back to Martin Luther King. He didn't drive through crowds, stuff like that. He didn't drive through crowds and stuff like that. He got people together and they protested and marched and things like that. I'm not saying there was zero violence, but his approach is more peaceful, getting the people's voices out there and getting his point across that way. It takes a lot more work to get your movement going like that. I guess if you want immediate results, you can drive through a crowd or do a mass shooting, which is both jacked up. Is it Skaya? Hello, Skaya. I don't know. Just a crazy thing. And it's not just because of the holiday. It's just the fact that somebody drove through a crowd like that. Could have been any time of the year, you know? And I see stuff online about these different protests in Europe and different things going on in Canada and stuff like that. All over the world, really. And it's just wild. It's wild. And I can't blame it totally on the internet, but yeah. What's my favorite holiday? Memorial Day. Here in the States, we have Memorial Day. It's to honor all the service members who died for our country and our freedom. Indonesia. Yeah. The people, there's a lot of stuff going on with the whole Palestinian riots and protests, and they're praying in the streets and just, they're doing, if it wasn't for the violent part, they're doing the peaceful protest type thing. It's annoying and obnoxious that they're laying in the streets praying and stuff and blocking traffic. But yeah, sky's always falling. Get over it. Bunch of chicken littles out there. I get it. That's why I try to stay away from the news a lot, because none of it's really that great. So only bad news sells. Even when I try to use Google and look for some kind of good news going on, it's really hard to find anything. Albuquerque. How long did it take you to learn how to spell Albuquerque? I know what you mean, sir. I know what you mean about the sky's always falling. I get it. Vertical man. Huge S. Let's see what our poll's doing for Christmas movies. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Nobody likes Scrooge with Bill Murray. And only 12% like Elf. That's weird. Should all be merry and goofy. Should be that all year round, right? It shouldn't just be the holidays, but yeah, try to be nice and friendly. And everything's gonna be quiet in the future. Well, like Sir said, it's just the sky is always falling somewhere. You know, not much you can really do about it. You just try to make your own difference in the world, right? You can't vote on it, Sweeney? Sure you can. You can put yours in the comments. Whatever favorite movie you got. We got Papua New Guinea in here. Thanks, Emily. Home Alone. Yeah, Home Alone's a pretty good movie. It got wore out, though, to me. At least I got hot coffee out here. Your viewers seem like Gen Xers. They should be. That's what I am. Gen X. Good old 90s music and stuff. It's great. Oh, I saw that Krampus last night, thumbing through the Netflix and stuff like that. It looked interesting. Hey, watch it. Hey, watch it. A twist on, yeah. Krampus. Is there more than one movie called Krampus? Because you know you can get all these different Christmas movies made over a dozen times, right? Never ending me. Die Hard. I saw that in the list too. Looking up holiday movies, and Die Hard came on there, and I keep forgetting Die Hard was the first one was done during Christmas, filmed like on a Christmas scene. Yep. I'm doing okay, Billy. We're just hanging out here and drinking some coffee. It's the horror movie. Yeah, the Krampus. It looks wild. I've never been crazy about horror movies, though. You know, growing up and stuff, they seem real cheesy and everything. You can almost figure out what's happening. It's kind of expected. It's hard for me to be surprised in a horror movie. I don't know. Well, I'm Malcolm in the middle of this podcast. How about that? That's a good show, too. Good show indeed. Do you have memories of the Krampus legend? That's my brother, Peter. Hey, bro. What's going on? Thanks for hanging out this morning. Yeah, there's a bunch of different movies out there. Almost too many to choose from. Gosh, growing up, you only had like maybe 10 to choose from, right? Charlie Brown Christmas and all those animated things from the 70s and stuff like that. Santa Claus, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And they're all cartoons and they last like 20 minutes. You put your shoes outside the front door. That's wild. Never knew that. Krampus gives you cramps. If we were good, to be filled with treats. That's wild. You never told me that, bro. He's 8 years older than me. In Austria. Put your shoes outside for Krampus. That's wild. I never do that. You never told me. Hey, Mills. I learn something about your siblings every day, it seems like. And Peter never told me that story. What are some other holiday things that you did as a kid, bro? Yeah. Yeah, the other day I was talking about how trying to find out what you got for Christmas and slowly peeling away the scotch tape, opening it up, and then rewrapping it back so nobody knows. Hello from Canada. Barry James is here. Thanks for joining us today. Anybody have any other holiday traditions that kind of be weird, can kind of be considered strange or awkward? Like my brother saying he put his shoes outside and hoped to get filled with candy. Get filled with snow. Yep. My brother's camera shy. He's not going to get on split screen with me or nothing. My sister will. She'll join in if her schedule's accommodating. But yeah, we get a Christmas Eve box with pajamas and candy sweets for Christmas Day. Oh, that sounds cool. Kind of a precursor to the big present day opening stuff. Sir Otto's from South Africa. Nice and warm there, I'm sure. Get her done. Some of the names on here are pretty funny. I can't remember some other little things. Parents try to make the holidays fun and do different things that excite the kids and whatnot. But no, I had my own kids. I was not crazy about Santa at all. It is my cousin Shane Gillis. I don't think he's my cousin. He's a pretty funny guy though. But trying to sneak in and find out what you got for Christmas. Then you go outside and compare your gifts to your friends' gifts across the street. Look what I got. And they'd be like, look what I got. Share toys, go out there and play with them and stuff. But I remember one Christmas, it was like almost 70 degrees outside. This was in Tennessee. So, we opened presents, went outside and played ball in short sleeve shirts. Hey, Candy, how's it going? You still looking forward to a bunch of socks for Christmas? The new Doors trailer? You mean the music group, The Doors? Is that what we're talking about, Daniel? Die Hard. Yeah, a few people said Die Hard will be there. Texas is going to be over 70 for the holidays. I believe it. It's wild. Know the game. I didn't know that was a game. Doors. Oh, Festivus. All right. Festivus from Seinfeld. Go around the table and their complaints for the year. Festivus. That's right. Die Hard the movie for Christmas. Yeah, a few people have said that. That's pretty good. I should have put that in the list. But Festivus, that episode is hilarious. Kramer. And the old George's dad is like sitting there complaining about everybody, telling everything he hated about each person around the table. He could vent. Yeah. Home Alone 2. Somebody said Home Alone 1 as well. Gingerbread decoration competition. Wow. So who's won? What's the biggest decoration? It's like a leaning tower of gingerbread or something like that. Kramer's comedy set. I have not. Nah. Michael's got a different language going on here. Human centipede. Really, Mars? Yeah, okay. Charlie Brown Christmas. Yeah, Rachel likes Charlie Brown Christmas. She was watching it last night. Exchange grievances instead of presents. You're right, Istanbul. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, that Seinfeld episode was great. That was awesome. One of the better ones. Yeah. But there's Bailey and Deep Pack. I'm not going to get punked today, though. If Cure gets on here, I'm not listening to what he says. I'm not going to walk around town and do what he says like I did last week. That was embarrassing. He totally punked me last week. There's a guy that got on the chat that knew what town I was in because he grew up in this town and had me walk around on a scavenger hunt. and then like busted, sucker. Airport Christmas movie. Huh. Yeah, I got this hat at Tractor Supply. I just grabbed one. I had one that fitted my head, but it was too tight. And it was like supposed to be this merino wool, supposed to be super warm, but I didn't think it was warm at all. It was really thin. I don't know. This is all polyester on top of my head right now. But it's definitely keeping my head warm. And I got this propane heater beside me, keeping me warm as well. Hey, put on googly eyes on the toys. That's a good idea, too. Googly eyes are always funny. You could put, yeah, Tractor Supply is a really cool store. They got really good stuff for pets and they got tools and stuff and farm supplies and things like that. But it's a good store to go to. But googly eyes, you can put googly eyes on anything and make it funny, right? Are you gonna do caroling? I did that one time. I did it for a girl in my 20s. She was wanting to go caroling, and yeah, I went and did that. Hey Wesley, can you put James on a timeout for me for like 5 minutes? But my favorite movie is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Watched it last night, and I still laugh at it. It's just hilarious. Groundhog Day. Oh, well, no, it's a Groundhog Day movie, but it's Bill Murray set in the wintertime, which is a pretty good movie too, but it's not a Christmas movie. Groundhog Day, that is a good movie though. I like a lot of the 80s movies. Gremlins came up on the list. We almost watched Gremlins last night. Ever been to the UK? I have not. There's all kinds of places I'd like to go visit. I don't know if I ever will though. I'd have to get a passport and save a bunch of money. I don't know. I don't know. I've never gone on a big trip like that. I mean, all the times I went around the world is because the army took me and I had no choice. But yeah. Dude moved the elf. No, I don't have kids, so I'm not doing Scrooge with Bill Murray. That it is a good one. Right. The 80s movies are really good. The new Nosferatu will be the Christmas movie. Would you consider yourself to be a homebody or a dad bod? Probably a homebod. Morning. People out here walking in the cold. That's the time to do it. There's no traffic or anything. This town's dead till about 10 o'clock in the morning on Sundays. All right, Bailey's got a joke for us. I've never been to anywhere in Europe, honestly. I mean, I had layovers flying back and forth to different places with the Army, but I never really been to any other countries like that in Europe at all. I've been to South Korea, Romania, Iraq, Kuwait, all over the States, but that's about it. Yeah. Joe Rogan, he can be pretty funny. I don't have anything against him. Taylor Swift's growing over there. You got a buzz last night in karaoke time? No way, dude. I could never do karaoke. What do you call a bee that makes milk? I don't know what you call a bee that makes milk. I was in Kuwait in 2004 and then again in 2007. But only for a few weeks because I was transitioning to go into Iraq. But yeah. My violent days are past. My violent days are past. Hey, Abnorm, how's it going? I'm not out trying to hurt anybody or cause any trouble. Milkabee. Yeah, what's the punchline of the joke there, Bailey? Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Oh, that's a great movie, too, with John Candy and Steve Martin. Or, not Steve Martin. Was it Steve Martin? Anyway. Yeah. Booby. I'm sorry, Chris. Nah, I haven't been to Ireland or anywhere in that area as well. Uncle Buck. Oh yeah, Uncle Buck's great. He's out there pulling a hatchet out of his trunk. It's split a hair. Trying to keep the boys off that girl. Let's see what our poll's doing right now. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is at 38%. 6% like Scrooge, 22 is like Elf, and 34 are typing in theirs in the comments. What's the most important thing in a relationship? I guess just honesty. Yeah. Be visiting the UK, fish and chips. Yeah. I'd like to go travel other places and try different foods and stuff like that. When I was in Romania, I had a chance to go to a local place and try some local food. It was pretty good. Can't remember exactly what it was called, but it was pretty good. Octagrama, mister. Is a little upset there. I apologize. Elf was kind of horrid. It's funny the first time you watch Elf. Maybe even the second time you watch Elf. But after that, you're like, okay, I've seen it. It's Will Ferrell, you know. Oh, hey Jay, what's going on, man? We've had a girlfriend I don't trust her. How do I know she's not going to tell my wife? Oh gosh, Rashad, you got problems there, buddy. It's hard enough to manage one woman or a spouse or partner or whatever. Couldn't imagine trying to handle multiple of them. Yeah. I don't think Elf was a mistake movie. It was pretty good. I know I did ruin that country all by myself. It was me. It was me. I kept peeing on the side of buildings and marking them with my name. Yeah. From Scotland. Man, we got Ireland, Scotland, and all kinds of stuff. What's for Sunday breakfast? I had an oatmeal cookie, which was my bowl of oatmeal, basically. Liverpool. You know, all kinds of cool people. It still amazes me. Like I said before, I'm not naive of how the internet works, great things and bad things it can do, but I still find it fascinating and cool that I can sit here and just chat with people around the world like this. You know, it still amazes me. For 25 years, it's amazed me how you can just communicate with people around the world at a moment's notice. It's pretty neat. I like that fact. And I can be more open and talk to people from around the world on this camera than I can people living right next door to me. It's just talking to people in person can be a little difficult sometimes. From Jersey, huh? Yeah, from the UK and Ireland and stuff. That's great. It's lunchtime for you guys over there, right? But you got all kinds of people chatting in here. That's awesome. There was something else I heard in the news. There was a website that I'd heard about on the radio that lists only good news, positive news, and I forgot what the name of it was. Hey, Vladdy. Can you focus and look into the camera, please? You're almost done. I'm sorry, Vladdy. Is this better? Look in the camera for you. I don't want you to miss anything. Christmas Story. Yeah, Christmas Story is really good. Did you watch the Christmas Story 2 that came out? That was pretty funny too. It was a little cheesy, but it was fun to watch. Christmas Story 2. Birmingham has the best Italian food. That's wild. Vladdy's happy. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but they came out with Christmas Story 2, where the kid who played it originally played it again as an adult. And, yeah, it was pretty good. Can you remember Christmas Story 1? You should try it. Yeah, look up Christmas Story 2. It was all right. It was all right. Considering what it was and what it was about, it was a pretty good movie. But, yeah. Nah, I don't let trolls beat me, man. I let them say what they're going to say. Only if they try to spam the chat do I block them, or they say something really vulgar over and over again. But I'm not here to try to knock people out. You would think Italy would have the best Italian food. Well, you think when you go to these countries, like if you go to Italy, you're going to get authentic Italian food, right? But if you went to the UK or here in the States and you get Italian food, it's not going to. Most of the time, it's not going to be the exact same as the authentic stuff in the country it came from. They're going to tweak it to match the taste of the country they're in. And just like Mexican food here in the States, it's not real Mexican food. It's Tex-Mex. It's just glorified cheese dip and taco shells, you know? No, I'm not working today. But yeah, they make the twist. Like Chinese food too here in the States is nothing like the Chinese food in China. I can guarantee you that. But they change it and tweak it and mess with it to make it more appealing to the country they're serving. You know, you're a taco shell of your former self. Oh man, yeah, they change it up. Indian food. I've never been to India. There's an Indian restaurant I think is really great Indian food. It's a different, definitely a different taste than anything I've ever eaten before, and it's probably closer to authentic than a lot of other restaurants. But yeah, I don't have any Vietnamese restaurants around here. I'm sure there are in Atlanta, but I'm outside of Atlanta. I don't feel like driving into Atlanta to try Vietnamese food. But you know, if I go to another city or something like that, I definitely want to try local food, local restaurants. You're already tweaking, so don't tweak the food too. Tacos. Oh man. Never had Mexican food? Well, I mean, there was this little taco truck in Birmingham. You're 21 years old. Oh, that's cool. Do I twerk my food? Only about a day after I eat it do I twerk it. But there was a taco truck, and it had some Hispanics running it, and the food was amazing. They barely spoke any English, but they knew that I wanted 4 tacos, you know, and they were supposed to be more, they're like authentic Mexican tacos, if you will. And your fortune cookie yesterday, I'll look at it in a minute, bro. I can't really look at it with this going on at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about Christmas movies, talking about food, a little bit of this, and a little bit of that, you know. Yeah, they have a lot more fat and sugar in American food. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what people are they grow up liking, you know. Chick-fil-A is George's best contribution to the world. Chick-fil-A. But yeah. Has a lot of chili. It can be pretty spicy. But the little Mexican restaurant here in town, it's, you know, it's catered to people in the South kind of type thing, you know. But Zaxby's, I don't like Zaxby's. I think they're overpriced. I don't think there's anything special about Zaxby's. I really don't. I think it's just another chicken and fries, you know. It's nothing really, and I think they're expensive too. Yeah. But it's just another chicken place, and all the restaurants keep it open in town always have chicken in them. They're all chicken this, chicken that. They want to open like a Panda Express or something like that, something different, you know. Some families eat McDonald's for food. Oh yeah, yeah. There's some people who just live off McDonald's. I don't doubt it. I'm outside the Atlanta, Georgia area. Sky's back. We got a Shack chicken. Panda is good. Panda's, you know, it's Americanized Chinese food too, but it's still pretty damn tasty, you know. It'd be something different than chicken tenders and fries all the damn time, you know, chicken everything. Yeah. Some people don't like to cook. And then McDonald's is pretty cheap when you consider going to the grocery store. You go to the grocery store and buy food there, and then gosh, you'll spend $200 and you barely have anything in your cart, you know? And then you can go to McDonald's or Wendy's or any other fast food joint and get the same stuff a fraction of the price, you know? It's crazy. Apples, blueberries, strawberries, milk, cheese, yogurt, whatever. Okay. Huh. Traditional ingredients of British cuisine. That's interesting to know. I like a lot of fruits and veggies too. You don't think it probably doesn't. You seen those people who like buy a Big Mac and put it in their closet for a year and break it out, and it looks just like it did the day it went into it went into a bag in the closet. Somebody said that they were bragging about how they can carry $100 worth of groceries with one hand. I was like, this is a joke because all you're going to get is like 2 bags. Yeah, the food bank here yesterday, I was up there helping out, and they had quite the crowd. But they had a lot of extra stuff. The food bank yesterday too. They had hams and chickens and all kinds of fruit and all this stuff. Most of the time it's just like non-perishable items. But for the holidays they got some more donations and stuff, and they had a bunch of, like I said, hams and chickens and things like that. Yeah. So yeah, food bank is free, of course. Yeah. Beans on toast. The food bank is free. They don't discriminate. You don't have to prove anything. You just show up and they give you a box of food. Yeah, which is pretty good, And then there's some people that can't get out of the house, and they have a couple volunteers load up cars with boxes of food and take them to people who can't get out of their homes that easily anyway. They're in wheelchairs or real elderly or don't have a car or something like that. And yeah, a lot of big cities have food banks now, and they don't have to be that big. The town I'm in is not big at all, and it's got a food bank, and it really helps out. It started when COVID came out. A lot of people lost their jobs and stuff like that, and then there really wasn't one before COVID. But after that, Sherry is the one who organizes it, and a few other volunteers, and they kept it going. And they got a website now. They're a nonprofit. They're all this good stuff, and they take donations, financial donations, and food donations, things like that. So it's pretty cool, and they always get a bunch of volunteers just show up and help put things together and distribute it. It's kind of like a drive-through food bank. They let everybody sit in their cars and kind of line up, and then they just kind of go through the drive-through. They pull up, and we stop 3 cars at a time, and we just go to each car and put a box of food in there, and they drive off. And then if they want more, they have to go through the line again. So therefore, we can get everybody their food. So it works pretty good. America tries to feed each other. For the most part, they do. Yeah, I knew a guy from West Africa. His name was Mambo. He worked at the post office with me, and he would go there and he would tell me stories about all the food there and stuff.
Santa won't forget. No way. If he do, we're gonna go get those.
So yeah, I like I said, there's a lot of cool places I like to go visit, but I just don't really have the means to do so right now. Mambo number 5. Yeah, he's a really cool guy. Really thick accent. He spoke French and English. He may have spoke a third language. I don't know. But really nice guy. He worked at a previous office I was in, delivering mail and stuff. And he would, show pictures of his family back home and stuff like that. And yeah, he'd be live chatting with his family back home while he was sorting mail. Had his phone propped up, just sitting there, just kind of talking to his family at home while he's sitting there and getting mail put together to go out on the route. Santa red and blue? Yeah, that sounds cool too. They haven't mastered fine art tacos and burritos. Hey Jessica, how are we doing this morning? Also, North Africans different from sub-Saharan? I imagine so. I mean, Africa's pretty big. Different regions, different cultures. I imagine the food would vary a lot from one place to the other. Some similarities too, but yeah. I grew up, I was born in Italy, but I was here in the States before I was 1 year old. So, yeah, I grew up here in the States. I would say I'm just from the States, yeah. What up, homie? He's on a month-long European vacation? Wow. That sounds like cool. Is he like backpacking or something like that? Or hitchhiking? Do you like rent a car and just going from country to country? No, I've never had a DUI. No. Nope. What's this live about? We're just having casual conversation over a cup of coffee. We've been talking about food and Christmas movies and just different stuff. No real agenda. That's kind of how my live streams go. Our conversation just kind of takes its own path. And we say hi to people, talk about where they're from, what's going on in the world. Try to stick to good news, things like that. You like movies from the 90s? Yeah. I like the 80s and 90s. We were talking about this one movie my brother introduced me to a long time ago called Better Off Dead. Kind of like a cult classic in a way. It's got John Cusack in it. I believe that's how you say his name. But yeah, it's a pretty cool movie. It's fun to watch. Uncle Buck and those John Candy movies are fun to watch. Canadian Bacon. Oh, Canadian Bacon. If you haven't seen that movie, it really reflects how the world is at right now. How we react to everything in the news. Good news, you're alive. That's good. Fight Club, Truman Show. Oh yeah, those are great movies. But watch Canadian Bacon. Basically, these guys, I think it's Wisconsin or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But anyway, they're watching the news and they think Canada's invading the United States and they want to defend the United States because they saw something on the news, and it's pretty funny. Yeah. Canadian Bacon. I hadn't seen that one in a while. Bacon. Canadian Bacon. Gosh, I hadn't seen that one forever. I wonder if I could stream it. It's not a Christmas movie, I don't think. But it's still a pretty good movie, though. I liked all the John Candy movies. They're really good. The Great Outdoors, things like that. Kid, I don't like any of today's cringe action movies. Oh, they came out with another Beverly Hills Cop last July. I didn't even know about it. Netflix did Beverly Hills Cop called Axel F. And it's got all the original actors from the original Beverly Hills Cop in it. It's kind of cheesy, but it's really good too. It's kind of nostalgic. They have music in there and different type of scenes, and it plays out. The movie plays out just like the other Beverly Hills Cop movies. Yeah, it was fun to watch. Eddie Murphy and all those guys in there. It's great. Liver, kidneys, and so on. I don't know. I probably wouldn't want to eat liver and kidneys, but if you like mixed it in a soup and you didn't tell me any different, I'd probably eat it and be like, oh, this is pretty good. That's the idea of eating those things, right? That kind of turns it off. Oh, you're the 51st State? I don't know. Plane, Trains, and Automobiles, that was a great movie too. He's holding on. They're in that car where it's been chopped in half, it's been burnt, and his hands are imprints on the dash when he's holding on. That's good news. Stuff like that is just hilarious. Who here likes the Monty Python movies? My brother introduced me to a lot of funny movies. The Monty Python movies are classic. They're hilarious as well. The Life of Brian's probably one of the best ones. That and the Holy Grail, of course. The pillow scene? I don't remember the pillow scene. Which movie was the pillow scene in, Joe? I'm drawing a blank. I don't remember any of the movies having a pillow scene in it. Let's see here. National Lampoon Christmas Vacation is tied with other people's movies in the description here. What were the challenges during time in Iraq? Staying alive. Stay alive. Try not to overheat. Drink lots of water. And then in the wintertime, try not to freeze. Temperature is pretty extreme, one way or the other, in Iraq. So, like in the summer, you're 130 degrees. And in the winter, it was like 10 degrees. There's nothing to hold the heat. There's no trees to block the wind in the winter, so you're just cold. You couldn't put enough layers on, in my opinion. Oh, they're between two pillows. Oh, that's right. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Those aren't pillows. I forgot. When they're snuggled together in the motel room. Oh, yeah. That's funny. Oh, man, that's funny. Movies like that are hilarious. Joe was just talking about that movie, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. But that's okay, Istanbul. No worries. Talking to family back in the U.S. is possible. Of course it is. Oh, somebody from Indonesia, Jakarta. Well, thanks for showing up and hanging out with us for a few minutes. Do you have a favorite holiday movie in Indonesia that you watch? Or do you guys have, like, I'm sure you do have some kind of holiday movies. The movies I watch are all Americanized movies. But I wonder what the movies are like that are made in Indonesia and India and things like that celebrating Christmas. Do you guys have like a special type of movie or favorite movie that you could recommend to us people here in the States or in Europe? Because I got people on here from all over the world right now. There's a country called Djibouti. Yeah, I've heard of that too. Jakarta, Lombok. Huh. Jakarta, Lombok. I've never heard of that. Of course I would. Why would I hear that movie here in the States, right? I know the movies in like India and that area are a lot different than they are here in the States. A whole lot different. Town's starting to wake up a little bit. It's almost 9 o'clock here. Got everybody going to go to church. I reek of coffee. I do. I pour it all over my body, rub it in. It's great. I'm like a walking coffee candle. It's coffee scented candle. Just, yeah. I rub beans and stuff all over me all the time. Ground them up, use them like a baby powder when I get out of the shower and stuff. It's good. Yushing is here. Hey, how's it going, Yushing? I want to try to find that site that had the one site I found that had these really cool Chinese proverbs was called Goodreads. There's an app for it as well. Of course, you got to pay for it, right? But it's got some really good different quotes in here and stuff like that. Like when the winds of change blows, some people build walls, others build windmills. They were like these little things that make you think a little bit, you know? There are many paths to the top of the mountain, but the view is always the same. There you go. Something else to kind of ponder in your mind. But these are pretty cool. The first one I read from here I thought was really cool was a little fragrance always clings to the hand that gives the roses. That was a really good Chinese proverb. But yeah, Goodreads was the different thing. And then, like I said, there was another site that had just only all the news they put on the website was all like positive news, you know? Grew up next to a coffee factory. You could build windmills outside the wall. Yixing's breaking it down, man. Well, yeah. Oh, me. What was I going to say? The coffee factory thing. I worked at a food processing plant. When I first started working, the smell was horrid. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't, I wouldn't say horrid, but it was pretty bad. You know, they're processing different things, and there's a lot of waste and stuff, and it would kind of stink, but especially outside. But about a month later, I didn't even smell it anymore. You got so used to it, you couldn't even, yeah. Hey, Tammy's here, a mail carrier. I don't think she goes postal, though. How's it going, Tammy? Still having fun working with Joy and her yellow glasses? She's not carrying a pistol to work anymore, is she? I miss all the chaos of that little post office sometimes. Oh, you said my brother put one on there. What was it? He who goes to bed with itchy butt wakes up with stinky finger. Yeah, that's another one too. Paracord weaving. Oh yeah, people are doing that deployed too. They be on some observation point, bored out of the mind, and start messing with paracord. It's like, whatever. Oh, you miss us down there at the post office? I'm sorry. You can catch me on the Zoom, the morning Zoom we have every day at work. I'll tell you what I did. So I'm in a small office at the post office, guys. And every day we have a Zoom meeting with our leadership and stuff like that, telling us what we got to get done that day and all that kind of stuff, right? So if you ever play with Zoom, you can change your background. You can change your background to the flag flying behind your head, or a forest, and you can have animated stuff going on in your background too. So what I did is I set my camera up in front of my laptop like I was looking into the webcam and recorded myself for 20 seconds, sipping a cup of coffee and acting like I was interested in what was going on in the Zoom. I put that into a video app editor tool, put it in the right format and all that kind of, did all the stuff I had to do, and made it a loop on Zoom. So now when I go on Zoom and I open up my camera, I've got it blocked, but the background is a loop video of me sitting there going, and just watching the screen. And then I can hear it while I'm walking around the post office, but I don't have to sit there and stare at it, because they never call on my small office and they never call on me. We're kind of insignificant, right? So I just have my screenshot to everybody else. Looks like I'm just sitting there interested in the Zoom, just going. And then Tina, she works there. She actually walked behind me during that little recording I was putting together. So it looks like she's constantly walking behind me during the whole Zoom. And it's just a 20-second loop. I can just walk away, or I can do something else on my computer and not have to pay attention to that Zoom. So if you ever get stuck, you get tired of these Zoom meetings and they never call on you, then record yourself for 20 seconds and put it on a loop as the background. One time I knew nobody was paying attention to me on there, because it's like 70 on us each morning. Yeah, I always have the same shirt on every time the loop video. Nobody's caught on to that either. So, but anyway, that's just how much they don't pay attention to me on the Zoom, because I'm in a small office. These big offices, they have like hundreds of people in them. They have all these things going on, all these reports and deadlines. It's easy for a small office like me to meet those demands and not really be a focus of attention during the Zoom. So yeah, that works out great. Oh man. Well, I was going to say another time, I bought these root beers that look like beer bottles, and on the Zoom I just started drinking root beer, but it looked like a regular beer bottle, and I'm just sitting there just chugging back this root beer. and they nobody said a word. Nobody was like, why are you drinking beer on the Zoom? Nobody said a word. They're not paying attention to me, so I have fun with it. There's a few other people that know what I'm doing on there, and they laugh about it. So yeah. Would I be the center of attention or outside of it? Right now I'm the center, because I'm leading this live stream. Most of the time I'm outside of it. I really not like this in front of people. Oh, 9 o'clock. Let's see what happened on this day in history. This one's it gives me one thing. That's a crap site. They were talking about this one website on the radio, and of course Shabuzi has a song called Good News, so I'm getting all that when I try to here's positive news. Let's see. But these sites are so lame. They give you one little article and then they go off to it's all advertisements past that. I don't know. I'll find it again. If I can find it again, I'll put it on one of my chats. I'll talk about it. But oh well. Shabuzi. That is the city courthouse has the bell that chimes every hour. The city hall is a much smaller building down the street. No bells. Hey, G-Gut. You're just now starting your Christmas shopping. There you go. You should buy everybody underwear and socks. Candy was on here earlier. Friday, she was talking about how she likes socks for Christmas because I put that as one of my polls. Worst Christmas gifts or something like that. And she's like, I love socks. And she was going on. So yeah, buy everybody socks. And don't get those cheesy pre-printed ones for like, yeah. Buy everybody socks. Or about those, what are those socks that you can put your individual toes at the end of? Toe socks, whatever. My sister liked those things. They're weird as hell. Yeah, it's like a glove for your foot. And you put your toes in the little slots and everything. That would feel very bizarre. I don't even know if she has those things anymore. She even had those shoes that did that. When you put your toes at the shoe looks like a foot, and you put your toes in the end of it. And she said those were better for running or something. I was like, I don't know. That is just wild that somebody would be able to do that. Oh man. Peter wears foot gloves. No, my brother doesn't do that. My sister, she's younger than me. She's into all that kind of stuff. She was doing marathons and things like that. I don't think she does it anymore, but anyway. You buy yourself new vinyl. That's what you could do. That could be your Christmas present for everybody. Buy yourself a new vinyl record and then do karaoke with everybody with that new record you got. You can entertain everybody. This is my gift to you, me singing all the songs from this vinyl record that I just got myself. The Secret Santa thing. Yeah, that can be kind of fun. It can be kind of cheesy. Some people don't put the effort into it, and they get really crappy junk to pass around. Do you do the Christmas Santa where you can say, okay, I'll take this, but I want that guy's, and do the swap, take other people's gifts? Saturday Night Live did a couple skits on that. It's pretty funny stuff. It's like the gift that the boss gave out for Secret Santa was for this one guy who had some kind of cancer, and it was like this treatment for this cancer, and he kept pawning it off and swapping it with other people's gifts. He didn't want it. Yeah, it's pretty funny. SNL, Saturday Night Live's pretty good, and they made a skit on that, which I thought was pretty funny. Kenan Thompson was in there. He's the one that was supposed to be like, had the cancer and needed the treatment, but he just kept trading it for stupid gifts around the room, and he kept taking other people's gifts, and it would come back to him. He'd pass it around. Oh, do y'all play video games? Yeah, I play video games. I think I like to consider this YouTube Live as a video game. And my quest is to reach 1 million subscribers. And you're helping me along the journey. Yep. So this YouTube live stream stuff is my video game right now. I'm not sure why Shane Gillis was fired from SNL. I don't know. Well, yeah, they still do Saturday Night Live. SNL's still alive and well. They do some good stuff. Sometimes. Yeah. You have a Nintendo. Do you have the original Nintendo? That'd be cool. You can still find those online, the original Nintendos. Man, I wish I'd have kept all my consoles growing up. I would have an Atari. I'd have all the Nintendos. Not all of them. But I'd have the original, the Super. Man, it'd be cool. Just like having all my original cell phones over the past 25 years. Lining them up, see how things... I had the old brick cell phone with the green screen on it from the late 90s. Switch, get all the original games. You can get all the original games on the Switch. I do have a Switch. I don't know, it's just that holding that old little rectangle controller and playing those buttons, it's totally different, you know? Nintendo 64. Yeah, I had one of those too, that's right. Nintendo 64. And then beyond that, I stopped buying Nintendo stuff. My brother got the GameCube and all the other stuff that came along after that. And the Wii and all that kind of stuff. You gave Matt your Game Boy Advance. I had the original Game Boy. I wish I'd have kept that too. I had like 10 games with it. Favorite Switch game was that the Unnamed Goose game. Something like that. That was fun to play. We were a goose going around terrorizing people, kinda, and doing those different quests and stuff in there. Man, And my brother had the Commodore 64. I remember that. He had a little cassette thing beside it, and it didn't have discs. It had the little cassettes that you had to record stuff with, and you had to adjust the volume and the tone just right to make it record properly. It was like insane. Thinking about it now, at the time, you're like, whoa, this is so cool. I can have my name bounce around the screen. Oh, you had the floppy on there as well? Okay. You know, the Sonys. I never liked PlayStation that much. I like the Xbox, but now I'm just totally PC. I do everything on the PC now. Yeah, saving the tape. What tech, you know? Oh, look at this tissue I've been rubbing on my nose. I gotta get a new one. I'm gonna go get a new one. I gotta use the restroom. Get a refill on my coffee. So I'm gonna take a 3-minute break. I'll leave the camera running. I'm gonna turn around where you guys can watch traffic for a few minutes. I'll leave it out here on the table, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, guys? So you guys just watch that, and I shall return. I am back. No, my phone won't get stolen. Too many witnesses. No, I'm in a pretty safe town. I don't think anybody's going to steal my phone. And I was right on the other side of the window. I could watch it the whole time. So it's not like, yeah. I had to go use the restroom, get a fresh tissue. I get in the cold, my nose just waters. And I don't want it dripping. Got a refill on my coffee. All that kind of good stuff. We're back in action. Yeah, no worries. I did this every Sunday. I'll just leave my camera sitting there. And nobody's going to take it. It's early Sunday morning in a small town. And yeah, I could probably leave it out here for a couple hours and nobody would take it. Probably, if anything, I would say a good like high 90s percentile that if somebody did see it on the table, they would take it inside and say, "Hey, somebody left their phone behind," you know, before they would take off with it. In the small town I work at, post office, somebody left their wallet out in the lobby because this older gentleman left his wallet out there. He's doing his envelopes and bills and stamps and stuff like that, and just left his wallet there. Some guy walked in and was like, "Hey, I found this wallet out there in the lobby." Still had the cash in it and everything. And we just, held it behind the counter. A guy showed up and gave it to him. So he had a P.O. box there, so we knew him. We thought about putting it in his P.O. box, but he ended up showing up and we gave it to him. So yeah. If I was in New York, I would leave my phone sitting out. No, I'm not that crazy. You Wesley's wife convinced me to come and check out the live. And you have the coffee? Yeah, of course I do. It's Coffee with Malcolm. It's not Dr. Pepper with Malcolm. Or water with Malcolm. No, bro, I haven't followed the news. The old hometown. What's going over in there? Anything crazy and wild going on in that small town in Tennessee? Yeah, I wouldn't. New York City, I wouldn't do that. Or any big city. Tea would be good. I did a tea time in the evening. Most of my audience followers are this time of day in the morning or a little bit earlier. I tried some evening live streams, but there's so much competition on YouTube Live in the evenings. It's hard to get an audience. So I really don't do much in the evenings. I kind of do the morning thing. Road rage shooting in Savannah. A murder in Selmer. Robbery and shooting. Holy mackerel. Good grief. All that gun violence in that small town around that area. Holy crap. Rage shooting in Savannah. That's wild. You see those videos, people getting road rage, jumping out of the car with a gun or a bat and start swinging at people. But anyway, only a 10 I see. Ha ha ha. Wow. That's crazy. Now you got the road rage people, like I said, getting out of cars and shooting at each other. We had the Grayson post office I worked at. There was a Kroger right down this, like basically next door to the post office. And the night before, they had somebody got in an argument and they shot at each other. One person died in the parking lot of Kroger's. I'm like, that's crazy. I don't know any news from back home, bro. I'd have to rely on you to relay all that information to me. Doing okay, Blue. I got my coffee and my viewers. We're doing good. The hotel in Savannah burned down. Oh, wow. So they were in the process of building it, it burned down? That's wild. They're building one here in town, too. Another, like a Fairfield Inn or something like that. It's only like 4 stories high. I think my heater's dying. Nope, heater's still doing good. One of those propane mushroom heaters. It is 31 degrees right now, Fahrenheit. So 0 Celsius, basically.
You're welcome, honey.
What are you? I just don't. I guess there's always been road rage, but it just seems like there's more shootings and stuff going on. Well, I said this too. It's always been happening. It's just the media and the internet throws it in your face 24/7. It's more prevalent, more known about because of the internet. But anyway, I don't get on that. I talked about the Christmas movies better, laughing about those. OC, but grass greens. Not sure what you mean there. G, gut. Get back in your car. You get back in your car. I'm in my car. Okay, fair enough. I saw that. I saw that one. Oh, man. You get back. I'm in my car. I think I have seen that one. -22 Celsius. No way. No way it's that cold there, dude. What is negative 22 Celsius in Fahrenheit? That's insane. And your phone still works, your internet, it's not frozen, your computer hasn't frozen. And it's supposed to be 70 in Texas. Yeah. See the grass, but it's 0 Celsius out. Yeah, what's negative 22 Celsius in Fahrenheit? Can somebody convert that for me? Oh. The whole team was harassing the killer's family. Well, I imagine they would. Imagine they would. Die Hard. I should have put that in the list. Yeah, I didn't think about. I knew Die Hard was a Christmas movie, and I should have put that in the list to throw some people off that didn't realize that Die Hard was a Christmas movie, basically. Yeah. Blue, where are you, Blue? And what is that in the Fahrenheit? You didn't have to wear a coat. Negative 18. No, thank you. I don't think I've ever been in a place where the weather has been below 0. I've been close to 0 a few times, but never been to a place that's below 0. Yeah. So I would definitely not be outside doing this if it was 0 or below. Nope. I would be inside. And then Ella inside the coffee shop would get tired of hearing me talk to the camera. The coldest you've ever been is negative 70? That's insane. No, thank you. Go to Huntsville right now and it's negative 22. That's insane, Blue. I feel for you. Those people in the Antarctic, in those research stations in Antarctica, and like when they throw water out, it instantly turns to ice before it hits the ground or some garbage like that. It's crazy. That is just too cold. Too cold. Jeez, I couldn't imagine, anything past 100 years ago being out in that cold, trying to stay warm next to a wood fire. I don't know. Celsius makes more sense. Yeah, I guess so, because 0 is freezing. But Fahrenheit's more accurate as far as pinning it down to a certain temperature. You know what I'm saying? Because from 0 to 32, you're going from 0 freezing, 32 being an extreme. They're being pretty damn warm outside, right? It's not that bad. I don't know. It's more than I care to be, You guys want to go for a walk around the block? We can do that. Let me put my stuff in my pocket. We'll take a little stroll around downtown real quick. Let me get off the Wi-Fi so I don't break the connection. We'll stroll. Clean up my mess here. Show you downtown again. Kind of a Sunday thing we do here. Take a little stroll. Oh, cool. Ooh. This little gimbal thing I got holding the phone doesn't want to work right when I'm walking for some reason. Put this in my pocket. You'll have to guess what city I'm in. It's a small town outside of Atlanta. I'll give you that. I had one person guess it so far on a previous stream. So hold on a second, let me cross the road here and I'll show you the street view. There you go. Taking a little stroll around town. There's the post office. They're loading packages for their Sunday Amazon deliveries. Thanks a lot, Amazon. Yep, nice little stroll. That's how quiet it is. You're worried about my phone being stolen. Look at this. There's nothing going on in this town. There's nothing going on. To me, it's cold. It's 30 degrees outside Fahrenheit, and for me, that's pretty damn cold. I do not care for the cold at all. But yeah, let's see here. I should have brought my keys. I could have checked my P.O. box. I'm gonna do the crosswalk thing. It's 27 in Tennessee. Dang. It looks dead as where we live. It is. It's Sunday morning. There ain't shit going on. About 10 o'clock, everybody gets out and gets ready to go to church and stuff. There's like 50 churches in a small town, and everybody gets out to go to church, and then it starts picking up traffic. But you got just some morning people like me that like to enjoy the little town when it's dead outside. So yeah. When it's 30, you run outside. I'm not running anymore. My running days are over. Unless it's a rabid animal or a guy with a knife, I'm not running. So, and let's see here. Somebody's trying to say something. I can't read it. I don't know what that means, gut. I had to run when I was in the Army, but I didn't like it then. And now that it's not required, I'm still not going to do it. Still not going to do it. Oh, I'm going to miss the crosswalk. A little place I can sit down over here too, up ahead. It feels good in the sunlight though. Huh. Still trying. I can do it. Nope, it's changing. We'll go down this way. I missed my chance to cross the street at the light. We'll go down this other crosswalk that doesn't require our light. Yesterday I was at the store, and you would have thought a snowstorm was coming in. Everybody and their cousin was buying everything at the store. It was at the grocery store. It was super packed on a Saturday afternoon. I guess it's because the holidays coming up. But it seemed like it was even more congested than at Thanksgiving time. I don't know. But anyway, 7 degrees and 11 degrees now. It's sunny outside. Nobody walks this out. Oh, he gets crowded. At the same, yesterday when I was driving through downtown here to get back home, stores and things in downtown, little town, just Sunday morning, nobody gets up. Nobody gets up and does anything on a Sunday morning. Like I said, all your churchgoers start waking up and stirring and getting the town rolling again. Yeah. Football. Oh yeah, you gotta watch football. Are you watching any games today, bro? I don't even know what's playing. I don't have regular TV. I just have like Netflix and Amazon and HBO streaming services. I was doing this last week, and a guy got on here, sent me on this wild goose chase. I was hoping he'd be on here again today. His screen name was Cure, but his real first name was Chris. 1.1 Celsius. Yeah. I got multiple layers on today, though. I'm still kind of cold. My hands are cold. That's the only thing that's cold on me right now is my hands. Thanks to my little beard, I keep my face warm. Tennessee's out. Georgia's still in as far as college football is concerned. Yeah. People are talking about it. But, I don't know. Like I said many times before, I don't care to watch football or baseball or any sports by myself. I feel like it's more of a social activity to watch sports than to just kind of watch it alone. Seems kind of boring. Anybody else figure out where I am now yet? Without my brother telling on me? We'll wait for this other truck to go by, then I'll cross over. Here we go. I can go over here and sit next to this restaurant. They got patio seating in the sun. Nobody's figured out where I'm at yet, huh? In the chat. There's been plenty of clues so far, I would think. I can sit on these patio chairs. Let the sun shine on me for a minute. And we'll sit here for a second. Boop. Here I am again. It wouldn't be that bad out if the wind would stop blowing. Not a football fan. Are you a soccer fan? The real football, soccer. That sun's bright, as it should be. Good morning, Jen. We just did a little stroll around town, stop here, sit in the sun, let it warm me up a little bit. Let's see what our poll is going. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation's at 37, Scrooge with Bill Murray's 14, and Elf is 18. And everybody else is writing their own movies in the chat. I'm not in Macon. Nope. Nice try, though. I'm somewhere in Georgia. Jen is deleting their messages. I'm doing okay. What is better, Rudolph or Frosty the Snowman? Frosty the Snowman's better. I hate deer. They crap in my yard, eat my plants, and run out in front of me while I'm driving. But I've never had a snowman do that. So, yeah, I like Snowman better. Frosty the Snowman better. Welcome to the channel, Jen. We just kind of have a light conversation over a cup of coffee. I'm not in Savannah, Georgia. Good guess, though, being a historic town and all. But nope. Frosty the Snowman's better than Rudolph. Oh, the cartoon Grinch or the real Grinch? Probably the cartoon one. I mean, I'm a Jim Carrey fan, and that was pretty good, too. It was a pretty good movie, too. But I'm not one to watch a movie over and over again. So, yeah. Not Augusta either. Much smaller town. No, I was in the Army. I was in the Army, not the Air Force. Yep. My dad was in the Air Force. I don't remember how long he was in. Just a few years, though. He didn't stay in. He should have, but he didn't. He was an officer. Probably had it made. Just wasn't his thing. But I don't think he regrets his decision. But life would have been a lot different had he retired from the Air Force. You know, he was in for like 7 years during Vietnam. But again, he was like doing supply stuff for the Air Force. So it wasn't like he was in the jungle, you know, dodging bullets or anything. I'm just outside the Atlanta, Georgia area. We'll say I'm east of Atlanta. I'll give you that as a clue. But anyway, it's not called Fort Benning anymore. It's called Fort Martin or something like that. When all the people were complaining about the Confederate stuff and the statues and everything, getting all those taken down, they started renaming all the bases because they didn't want to offend anybody with the name of a base called Fort Benning. And a lot of other ones got changed too. If they had anything to do with the Civil War, pretty much they changed them. But I didn't think twice about Fort Benning being some Southern general, you know. I just thought it was Fort Benning. I didn't care, you know, but that's just me, naive and uneducated. But I don't know. North Carolina, nice and chilly up there. I hate that you guys had to go through that hurricane disaster stuff and still having trouble with that up in North Carolina, Asheville area. So hopefully you guys will get things cleaned up and back to normal sooner than later. Traffic starting to pick up. It only takes a matter of minutes and then things start changing as far as traffic's concerned. 9:30. I may walk back to the coffee shop because this road right behind me is a lot busier than the one by the coffee shop. Although the sun does feel good, that propane heater feels better.
Well, propane and propane accessories. I'll tell you what, you got that around, you'll always stay warm.
Yeah, renaming history doesn't change it. I get it. But at the same time, glorifying something like that isn't great either. You know, in a sense, that could be the other argument. So it's not like in Germany they have a bunch of Hitler statues of the previous, a war that they lost all over the country. I know Hitler is a lot more extreme than the South of the Civil War, but yeah. Hanging on to the past like that, it doesn't change it, but I don't think you should glorify it either. I don't think at the time they put those things up, they were kind of like, hey, this is what we were, this is what we are, we miss it, and things like that. But times have changed a lot. Glorifying the past like that in statues isn't that great either. I guess could be the argument that's made. Hey, Little Rock, doing okay today? All right, bro, go get you some breakfast, man. I'm having my coffee. I had my oatmeal cookie and I'm still drinking my coffee. Whew. Let's go back to the coffee shop. It's a little bit quieter. Not as many cars running behind me and stuff. See, I'm such a small town. They put water bowls out for dogs. There's like there's a few of these stations, if you will, around town people put up for people's dogs. Anywho, there we go. Walking a little bit more. It's gonna be a nice day, I think, today. You live an hour south of Raleigh, North Carolina. North Carolina is pretty cool. Really nice towns and stuff up there. And I landed in this small town just because I guess that's how we all do. We end up over the course of time and events throughout our lives land us in different places. That's that whole chaos theory I was talking about a couple weeks ago. The brick sidewalks, yeah, they really put a lot of money into doing this particular area I'm walking on right now. This has been redone a couple years ago with the new little trees and stuff, but it was tucked away, wasn't traveled much, so there was dirt and mud and cracked sidewalks and stuff, but the city finally got this area fixed up in these old buildings. It's a lot of bricks on the ground though, huh? Uh-oh, Jin knows where I am. Oh, you're talking about the Lincolnton. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of funny how this town's laid out, where the post office is in the center of town square, not the courthouse or the city hall. It's the post office. I always found that kind of interesting in this town. It was built like in the 1930s. Now, it's not even big enough to house all the carriers and mail that they process. They're so crammed inside that building. I don't know how they managed to walk around in there. Because I worked for the post office. I've been in that building. I worked in that office back in 2018 for a few months as supervisor. But yeah, they're all loading up vehicles to go deliver everybody's Amazon packages for Christmas. Thanks, Amazon. These guys wouldn't have to work on Sunday if it wasn't for Amazon. There's my truck. My old Ford F-150. Let's see here. Flip this back around again. Boop. Oh, my heater's still going. Get back in my spot. Sit down. I'm gonna have to use the restroom again. This coffee's going right through me. Ah, there we go. Back where it's warm. Make it bigger. On me, camera. Oh, whew. Let's see here. I was trying to read some comments. I missed some stuff. Happy holidays to everybody. I should do a night walkthrough. Yeah, a lot of the buildings have lights on them, and then the lamp posts and stuff have all the garland on them and stuff like that, and lights and things of that nature. Some Christmas ornaments, holiday ornaments next to buildings and whatnot. Yeah, even though I'm in the shade, this is a lot warmer with this propane heater than I was sitting in the sun. My hands are cold. That's the only thing that's cold on me right now, though. And my nose keeps watering. Anywho. I'm not sure what else I'm going to do today. I don't know. I need to work on my dog's doghouse. I built the dog a doghouse, but she doesn't sleep in it. So I gotta do something different to encourage her to sleep inside that, instead of sleeping on this in the gazebo. So the gazebo has these curtains we close, and she'll sleep inside the gazebo. But she won't sleep in her doghouse that I built. But blunts and burgers. Not until I retire, or unless they make it legal. If they make it legal, I'll try it. But I have a federal job, so I can't have the blunts. I can have the burgers, though. I like a good cheeseburger. I'm gonna play video games, like the first-person shooter video games, like Beer and Bullets, instead of blunts and burgers. Nice. I grew up in Tennessee, but I'm down here in Georgia. Yep. But I think if you watch the walk around, you probably could figure out. Yeah, they want to sleep with their owners. I'll let her sleep inside, but we have a bunch of cats, and she's a rescue dog, so I'm not sure how housebroken she is and stuff like that. So, hey, Mary. Mary's on here. Mary's another YouTuber. She does content creation as well. And there's a few people who made friends on YouTube, kind of help each other out, building channels up and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a little community online helping each other. Hey, Dino, which is kind of cool. I'm trying to reach my goal. I've got like 1,800 watch hours, almost 1,900 watch hours, and I need 3,000 to be monetized. And on my first day of monetization, I will announce it. And all the donations or anything I get off that first day of monetization is going to go to charity. So now, when people do the super chats and stuff on YouTube, a portion of that goes to YouTube. So the difference thereof, that'll all go to a charity of the first day I get monetized. Tyler Perry and Steve Harvey. Oh my gosh, the whole Diddy thing. Jeez, how many people are going to go down for that? Where's the cancel culture for that, right? Yeah, I'll reach the goal. Keep doing live streams. I like doing them in the morning. The morning is better for me. The evenings are too crowded. There's too many people doing it in the evenings, like I said. I should wait. Mary's giving me some insight about the monetization type thing. Well, whatever that day is, and I start receiving stuff, then I'll be able to put that all to charity. Look at Jen and Giga are making friends here on the chat. Had some people from India do that as well. And a couple of guys from India on the chat, and they started talking back and forth what areas they were in. Now they're friends on the internet because of my live stream. This is kind of cool, bringing people together, having a good time, making friends, small world, and all that kind of stuff. Hey, back up. How you doing this morning, or evening, or afternoon, wherever you may be? Oh man, I should go get a good burger today for lunch. Go out to eat today. Probably around 3. Go out to a restaurant and eat, because then the crowds die down. You won't have to wait as long. May go to a local Mexican restaurant. Get some cheese dip and some fajitas or something like that. All poople, my friend. Yeah, I think I'll do that today. Haven't been up there in a while. I mean, I've gone out to eat fast foods every once in a while during the week. Maybe grab a biscuit in the morning or something like that. But I might go do that this afternoon. If I can get Rachel to go along with me. You support multiculturalism? Sure. I think everybody should be able to get along. Ideally, you know. I have nothing against multiculturalism. That's a big word to say this early in the morning. But yeah, it doesn't bother me what you do with your life or how you do it, as long as you do it peacefully. Do I support metamorphosis? I guess so. Do you have an example of your metamorphosis that you're talking about? And you don't have a name, so yeah. What do I do in my life? Where are you, and what state? All right, so we'll do a quick breakdown. I'm 48 years old, 200 pounds, 5'11". Live in the east of Atlanta, Georgia. Work at the post office. I was in the Army for 23 years, and I like my coffee black. So there you go. That should be a quick breakdown, rundown of things about me, you know. Are you more of this because you're metamorphosing? I'm not sure what you mean by all the metamorphosis stuff. Not quite following that well. Don't you know there's a lot of blacks in Atlanta? There's blacks all over the place. I don't have any problem with it. Doesn't matter to me. You know, I treat everybody the same. I really do. It doesn't bother me. I make friends with all kinds of people. I work with all kinds of people. Yeah, it's just as long as you're, you know, not hating on others, basically, then we're cool. It's just, you know, that's my only thing. I don't care what religion you are, what color skin you have, as long as you're not hateful, spreading hate. I've had too much of that in my life. I'm over it, you know. I realize in my older age that I don't have to put up with that kind of stuff. I can get away from it. I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to tolerate it. Because this is a signal of nice people. that signifies nice people. Oh my gosh! You would think we could promote that. I just got this at Tractor Supply. It was affordable, and it looked warm, and it is warm. Monster's Den and okay, $45 sandwich. Holy mackerel! $45 sandwich. I went to a local restaurant that had a burger and fries for $20. That was without the drink. I thought that was expensive. Jeez. $45 for a sandwich. You should get a steak for that at a fancy restaurant. Get waited on. You're gonna spend $45 on something. Feed 3 or 4, so everybody just like a large pizza. Everybody just took a slice out of your sandwich and passed it around the table. It says Carhartt on it. And this is a Duluth Trading Company hoodie jacket. I got Wrangler pants on, and I've got Merrill shoes on. I'm all mixed matched. $15 is reasonable, but $45 is expensive as hell. You might as well grocery shop if you're going to spend $45 on a sandwich. Jeez. Homemade pizza? Yeah, I'm too lazy. I'll get the frozen pizza, throw it in the oven. I mean, and it's just the two of us. I mean, making homemade pizza is good if you're feeding 4 or 5 people. Having all those ingredients and everything put together to make a pizza, for 1 or 2 people, it's not very effective or efficient, I should say. To try to build a pizza from scratch when there's only 2 of you, unless you really love pizza and you want to make a bunch of them to last you a few days. It's the difficulty. I wouldn't say it's hard to make them. I mean, we've done that. I've done that in the past. Used to do that years ago. Have all kinds of stuff out on the holidays, and everybody kind of just make their own pizza. It was kind of like a little thing, and have all the ingredients, and people would, it was cold outside, let the oven run all day, keep the house warm, making pizzas and stuff. That was kind of fun. But there's so many different ingredients, that you would have to buy to make that happen. I think a lot of it go to waste if it's just 2 people trying to make a pizza from scratch. I don't know, just my opinion. Yeah, it's a little Carhartt. I didn't do it dead center. I should have put it right there. Bam! Carhartt! My uncle used to make bread. He had a bread maker, and he would make homemade bread, and then he would toast it, and it'd be like a brick. It would be so hard and crunchy. You thought you were going to chip a tooth eating that bread. I mean, it tasted good once you got it softened up and chewed a little bit. It was louder than potato chips crunching across the room eating that stuff. It was like eating glass. It sounded like you were eating glass. It's so loud and so hard and toasted. But he was a vegetarian or vegan or whatever, and we'd go visit him, and he would make, homemade bread and different cucumber sandwiches and stuff like that. It was kind of wild. But he would always make his own bread. It was like eating rocks. Yeah, just chewing gravel. It didn't matter how much jelly or jam you put on it or butter or whatever. It would roll off of it like it was had water repellent on it. It was toughest bread. And I don't mind my bread being a little softer that I can actually chew it. I don't understand why it has to be so damn hard. Like I said, this coffee is going through. I'm going to step away for just a second, use the restroom real fast, let you guys watch traffic again. I'll be right back. You can look at the post office and loading their vehicles next to a dumpster. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Did I miss anything? Expensive. You live in Key West and you have expensive winter gear? Why did you invest in expensive winter gear living in Florida? That's insane. It's like I'm living here in the South and me buying ski stuff. I don't go skiing. There's nothing to go skiing down here. Why would I buy that stuff? Or living in Oklahoma and buying scuba gear. Like, why would you do that? Or being in Antarctica with a bikini. You know, why would you do that kind of stuff in the alternate weather like that? I guess you just like the idea of buying that kind of stuff, maybe. Fantasize about bundling up and going to the mountains. That's why you buy a bunch of winter stuff in Florida. I would think you'd have more rain jackets and umbrellas than winter gear. What do I know, right? What time is it? Almost 10 o'clock. We've been on here for almost 2 hours now. May get off here soon. We'll see how it plays out. See if I got my other phone here too, so I can look up stuff. I'm not sure what you mean, G-Gut. You know, the real view batter rep. he got a little stuttering finger there when you're typing. Not sure what you're going after there, buddy. Who else was drinking coffee with me this morning? Anybody? Or am I the only person drinking coffee right now? Love my coffee in the morning. Nobody guessed where I was this time either. What are you gonna do? What's another thing we could talk about? Let's break it open here. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go for more good news. See if I can find another website that has some good news in it. Something nice to talk about, right? There's a good news movement. PositiveNews.com. But that was a cheesy website too. They only had like one thing in there and then it just goes off to a bunch of advertisements. Oh, great. I wonder if... oh, yeah. From Twitter. He hasn't done anything in a long time, though. Back in 2021 during the COVID, this one guy, I can't remember his name, an actor, and he did this whole podcast on YouTube and stuff called Good SGN, Some Good News. Let's see here. Nothing? That's it? There's like 4 options on Google for good news? What the heck? Let's see here. I don't get it. There's like nothing on the internet for good news. Good news this week. Tennessee Titans rookie cornerback went viral for a good deed. Grandma breaks push-up world record. Hey Ben, how's it going? I want to read the one about grandma breaks a push-up record. Grandma did 12 sets. What? New world record with 1,575 push-ups. A 59-year-old grandmother has broken the push-up world record. Man, I would feel really out of shape reading that story. Oh, come on. Where's the story about the lady doing the push-ups? Birthdays. That's all it's going to give me? Yeah. 1,575 push-ups. Could you imagine? I don't think I've done that many in my life. What kind did you get, Ben? What kind of shoes did you get? What brand? Wow. This guy completed a marathon after being paralyzed while skiing. who was paralyzed at the age of 17, completed a wheelchair race at Grandma's Marathon in Duluth, Minnesota. Air Force Ones, is that what you got? Let's see. Prevent junk fees. Passed a rule requiring ticket sellers, hotels, and vacation rental sites to disclose total prices up front. Huh. That's good, because you go to these places and they have all these hidden fees and surcharges and crap. With the 58-year-old or 59-year-old grandma doing 1,500 push-ups, it's kind of wild. Oh, I wanted to see the rest of that story. It's from ABC News. When I click on it, it gives me about 500 other things to look at aside from the 58-year-old, 59-year-old grandma. I'm trying to find it. A 17-year-old passes the exam, the bar exam. A 17-year-old lawyer. Jeez. An Arkansas runner stops to help a fellow student cross the finish line. I don't know. Play some Fortnite. I play a first-person shooter game. It's a World War II game. Hell Let Loose. It's a really drawn-out, long, strategic game. I'm trying to find something good on the news to talk about. And kids beating cancer, that's always good too. 18 kids adopted in a special celebration just before Christmas. Wow. You'd beat me in chess? Probably. I know how to play chess. I'm not that great. I used to play chess with my dad. And I finally beat him one time, and I never played him again. So I got a one-game winning streak against my dad. Who normally would kick my ass in chess all the time. I was forever ago, and I never played him since. Wow. 18 children officially adopted into their forever families as a special holiday adoption event just in time for Christmas in Florida. That's cool. All these kids get forever homes. That's really nice. That's a good heartwarming story, right? Oh. Wow. Nursing home celebrates residents' 101st and 104th birthday. That is too damn long to live that long. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Brooks. How's it going? Happy Sunday to you. All right. There's a 65-year-old woman who is inspiring millions on TikTok with her pull-ups. She's doing chin-ups, pull-ups, what do you even call them? She's a TikTok celebrity. It's 10 o'clock. I'm going to find that 59-year-old lady doing the... Grandma push-up record. There it is. There she is. She doesn't look 59. Canadian grandma. Oh, it's a YouTube video. I want to see the article itself. Come on. Stupid phone. Jeez. Here's the article. She's a Canadian grandmother. She's a grandmother of 12. Broke her second world record of the year. And this time, her incredible feat involved doing over 1,500 push-ups. It's insane. How in the hell do you do that many push-ups in 1 hour? She officially broke the world record for most push-ups in a single hour by a woman completing 1,575 push-ups in 60 minutes. 60 minutes. What? What? That can't be right. 1,500 push-ups in 60 minutes. All right, where's my calculator? How many push-ups is that a minute? So it's 27 push-ups a minute. That can't be right. So she did 27 push-ups a minute. That's one push-up every 2 seconds. Luke, you bench 350. But to be able to go on for a whole hour and do 1,575 push-ups, that is absurd. I know when I was in the Army, you'd have these really guys who are super fit, would max out their PT tests, and if they did like 100 push-ups in 2 minutes, we were like totally blown away. But they couldn't. Once they did 2 minutes, they were done. Uh-oh, Brooks. What happened, Brooks? Did I miss something, Brooks? Meet a man broker. This is ridiculous, and I'm being interested about your amazing hat. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I don't want anybody fighting on here. 30-second push-up challenge. You got 34. I haven't exercised in forever. It would be commenting on my Carhartt cap. That's all. This thing was like $9 at Tractor Supply. It costs nothing. That's why I got it. I don't know if I could do 20. I don't know if I could do 34 push-ups in 30 seconds. Not today. I would have to practice. I used to be able to do that kind of push-ups when I was in my 20s. Yeah. All right, I just misread the chat. I'm glad we're all just having fun. I've got a couple moderators on here, so if somebody was really being rude, I guess they would have knocked him off probably by now. Like I said, like conversation, trying to have a good morning. But I'll probably end this here soon. Unless you guys have something else you want to talk about. Still can't believe that lady did 1,500 push-ups. It's just absurd. Yeah, man, for a whole hour. I don't know. It boggles my mind. I'll probably be thinking about that all day long now. A 59-year-old woman doing 1,500 push-ups in an hour. Yeah. When people do those, the Ironman triathlon type things, they have to swim, run, and bike over a certain amount of, over the course of a day. Those are crazy. Or those mud runs. My sister used to do those too, where you're going through this obstacle course and you're basically going to be covered in mud by the time you get done, carrying a log, low crawling other stuff. Yeah. I don't think she does any of that kind of stuff anymore now. She finally grew out of it. She ran marathons. She did a marathon in Austria. And then she would do the mud runs and stuff. Tough Mudder runs, whatever they're called. I'm training on live, bro. That's right. I'm boosting my live streams. I'm getting better at them, I believe. A triathlon is 8-kilometer swim, 180-kilometer ride, and 42-kilometer run. Thank you, Slim. Hey, Slim, I haven't seen you in a while, man. How you doing? Thanks for jumping in here, dude. Yeah, a triathlon. That's a lot, man. I might be able to do the bike ride. I would like to think I could do the bike ride. It might take me all day. But, gosh, growing up, I used to ride bikes all the time like it was nothing. I had a mountain bike for a while. Then I no longer have it. That's another story. And then I got another mountain bike and tried riding that again for a while. But I'm so out of shape now. My thighs and every calves were hurting like hell. Trying to ride a bike again. I'm like, I'm too old for this garbage. I've gotten lazy. I've got a chin-up bar that I haven't touched in months. You know, I used to do chin-ups all the time too, to try to keep a little bit in shape. Just walk through the house and knock out a few chin-ups here and there. But I don't even do that anymore. I just don't have the motivation for it anymore. Well, I'm glad you're doing good, Slim. Like I said, I hadn't seen you on here in a while. I do remember you, though. So what is everybody going to be doing for the rest of the day today? Or this evening if you're overseas and stuff? What are you guys' plans for today? I really don't have any plans. I may do some stuff outside in the yard. I don't know. Like I said, go out to eat this afternoon or something like that. Iron my shirts for the week, do some laundry, basic silly stuff like that. Kind of like not having plans. Kind of like being able just to kind of wing it, you know? Not have a set schedule of tasks and chores to do, you know? You gonna watch the Liverpool game? That'd be cool. Like I said, I like soccer / football. But it's like 90 minutes and you get 3 points. That's it. That's both teams combined. 3 scores the whole time for 90 minutes. Seems kind of rough. Very athletic.
Hello.
Hello! Little kid just ran by.
I'm here. I'm here, Daddy.
Got wearing sandals and shorts. I'm out here bundled up like it's going to be 10 feet of snow. And he's walking around with flip-flops and shorts on. What is wrong with me? Are you going to watch the Bills today? I haven't watched any. Like I said, I don't have regular TV. I wouldn't even know. Maybe I could watch a game. If it's streaming on one of the platforms, I could try to watch it. See if I can get on the stream on the internet. But I don't know. I have to look it up and see. What other football games or soccer games are happening today that I can tune into? Maybe I'll watch something today. I haven't done that in a while, you know? IPTV from someone in town. What's IPTV? I got my other phone here. IPTV. Boop. Internet Protocol Television, a service that delivers video content to viewers over the internet. It uses transmission, TCP/IP. Huh. Plenty of content, video demand. Weird. To install. Huh. I've never heard of IPTV. Learn something new. You can't with basketball an ad every 2 seconds. Yeah, so many ads in these. Every time something's going on, there's a break in any part of the game. You got 3 minutes of commercials. I'm so spoiled with streaming TV, not having commercials. My Sirius XM in the car, no commercials. I do watch something and ask. I get so annoyed so fast. It's like, stop trying to sell me stuff. Well, there's an app for IPTV. Interesting. Do I know Home Alone? It's internet TV. Some people run their own servers. Oh, okay. Cool. It's kind of like a, what do you call those? Torrent servers? Am I saying that right? I can't think of it. Kind of like the Napster of TV. You could get in somebody else's movie library, music library. Yeah, it's technically piracy. That's what it sounds like. You're just kind of piggybacking off somebody else's stuff. I get it. Oh, I remember when people used to hack those cards in the DirecTV and get all the channels for free. The little credit card looking thing, and you could order them online. People would have them that were hacked, reprogrammed, so you can get everything for nothing. But now they don't do those cards anymore. It's like the MAC address on the stuff, and they can block it that way. So you only get what you pay for now. They're more sophisticated now. Or the old cable boxes where you could get the D-Scrambler and be able to watch HBO. Oh, it reminds me of a story when I was younger, and we would have cable TV for a few months, and then we wouldn't have it. And then we'd have it again for a few months, and we wouldn't have it. Just depends on our economic situation at the time. But this one time, my dad ordered to have the cable put back in, reconnected. So then the guy had to go up the pole, connect the wire basically, and then do a few other little things up on the light pole, and then you would have your cable TV again. And the pole that we had was in the backyard between a bunch of other houses. So he couldn't use like a truck to lift himself up there. He had to have the spike shoes and the leather strap, and he had to literally climb up the pole and make the changes and climb back down. So when he got done, he came over to the back into the house and was like, "All right, sir, I got all your stuff on here. I got your basic cable with HBO." Da, da, da. My dad's like, I didn't order HBO. I didn't order HBO. I want that." And the guy looks he looks at the paper, looks at the pole, looks at my dad, scratches off HBO. He says, "Here you go." So basically I had HBO for free for like 4 or 5 months or something like that. Because he didn't want to climb back up the pole. It was hot that day in the summertime. And he didn't want to climb back up there and change it back. So he just put on the order form that basic cable, no HBO, even though we had it. Yeah. Moral Compass, IPTV. We used to exchange music and movies all the time when I was deployed. So many guys would have so much stuff on their hard drives, would pass them around, collect each other's junk all the time. Yeah, you can do VPN as well. I don't think it's that big of a deal, really. These artists and movie makers, that make tons of money already. Tons and tons of money already. And this stuff's going to be pirated or recorded anyway. Remember the FBI warnings at the beginning of your VH tapes? The big FBI thing? Copying this is against the law. We'll come after you and prosecute you. And the whole time you're like, fast forward. And then they told you, and then they did on DVDs where you couldn't fast forward it. You had to sit there and watch it for an amount of time. The DVD player wouldn't let you skip it. You had to watch the FBI warning. What a crock of crap that was. No FBI warnings with Netflix. None of that other stuff anymore. You notice that? Yeah, yeah. Wow. You're basically paying for cable. Once you pay for your internet bill and the streaming services you're right back up to $100-something a month and watch a TV. So, and now they keep jacking the prices up on Netflix and Hulu and HBO and all these other ones. When it used to be like $10 and now it's like $25. Indian boy, how's it going, man? I have not heard about the Atul Subhash case. I'm not familiar with that, Indian. You may have to enlighten us on that one. You get all free in 4K? Wow. Yeah, you get the different, I want to say they're torrent servers. I think that's what they're called. These different servers, private piracy servers, if you will, where you can download games and movies, music, and all this other stuff. BitTorrent or something like that. And but you could also get a lot of viruses that's that way too. So I'll have to look up that IPTV. I have to investigate that a little bit more and see if I can pull that off. But I really don't watch a lot of TV at the same time. I don't even know why I have these streaming services. I barely use them. I'm either just on YouTube or playing video games. But Mary was saying something to the effect of my channel needing watch hours so my channel could grow. So one way to do that is if you have an old phone, old laptop or desktop or something like that, and just log on to my channel and my podcast, let it play the 70 streams that I have on there, and just let it run in the background when you go to work or go to school or go out to eat or something like that. Just let it play all this stuff in the background. That'll jack up my hours. So more people do that, then I'd be able to get more hours, and I can make the channel grow faster that way too. Only if you want to. You don't have to. That's one way to boost hours for my channel to grow. Yeah. Not as chatty in the morning. It's okay, Mary. You don't have to be. I'll do all the talking, right? The IPTV thing is pretty interesting, though. I got a Pac-Man watch from my brother. I did an unboxing on it. It's a pretty cool watch. It's got the Pac-Man stuff all over it and the little buttons on the front and everything. It's a Casio, little digital watch. It wasn't cheap, but it's pretty damn cool. And my brother, he likes it a lot. You just Ailey fell asleep watching me. Oh, we got 2 Conor McGregor comments today. I normally get a lot more of those, but yeah. Fell asleep and just woke up. You just missed me chattering, that's all. You just missed me yapping. But I'm going to get off here in a few minutes. I've been on here for over 2 hours. That's pretty much the limit for me. But I'm going to go take the old truck, ride around town for a little bit, head back home, and grab something to eat, things like that. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me this morning. I hope you all have a great day. You just woke up. How big a dab should I rip? Hey, Try, how's it going? Celine's on here. More people starting to jump on all of a sudden. That's cool. I'm not your daddy, but thanks anyway. I got about that much coffee left, and it's ice cold. Who the F is that guy? I can't do Conor McGregor's voice. I don't really listen to him. I could try. I do some other little impersonations, but I haven't tried Conor McGregor. I'll have to watch quite a few videos of him and see if I can pick it up. He's from Ireland, though, isn't he? So I don't know if I'd be able to pull that off. I don't know. It'll probably be pretty bad if I tried to pull off a Conor McGregor impersonation. Oh, man. Anywho. Alright, guys. Well, like I said, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. I'm getting off of here. I'm on here Monday through Friday around 7:15.
It's chilling.
It's a little cool out, but I've got the one heater going.
Okay, go, man.
I'm hogging it all for myself. But like, subscribe, share the videos, check out some other stuff on my channel. You might like it too. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.